Thank you so much, Mr. Vipin, for joining us. I hope you are enjoying the session so far.
Yes, yes.
So I have been really excited about this session. So unlocking success, brand and creator economy collaborations. So looking at the emerging trends in marketing space and brand space, we see a lot of brands, almost all of the brands now collaborating with influencers, whether it may be micro influencers or big influencers or film stars, etc., to leverage that kind of audience that they offer, and also the uniqueness in the content that they create. So can you please touch upon that? How does the marketing and branding sector benefit from such kind of collaborations, and would it be feasible in the long run, viability of such collaborations? Because right now what is in trend might not be in trend in future. So yes, please.
Yes, I think a lot of question in one particular uh, what you have spoken. So uh, I'll just give you a little background. I think most of the audiences might be aware about it, but just to put in some numbers, how this strong force has been going around this in this our economy or in creator economy is that it's been growing on 22% on an approx basis year and year. Currently, I think in 2023, it was almost somewhere around 1,000 million USD industry, which is expected to be somewhere around 4,000 USD industry by 2030. Uh, so huge number. Sorry, 10,000 USD industry, a million USD industry by 2030. Huge opportunity. Why it is being happening? Because there's a lot of accessibility of the technology data, and this has actually democratized the entire landscape for everybody to go shoot put a content. So this helps to get a lot of information for everybody. Now I divide this influencer segment into three major big categories. One is a large influencer, then is a medium influencer, and then comes the small influencer. uh, who is the large influencer? A large influencer is basically somebody who has a followership of more than 5 lakhs. Uh, then the medium influencer who has somewhere between 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs. Then a small influencer, 50,000 to 2 lakhs sort of a zone. What helps us do this is that it helps us better investments. But as a marketer, uh, okay, as a marketer, for us we look into certain criteria how this influencer has to be meaningful for a brand. One is what is the authenticity of the content which is being posted over there, how creative the content is. Like, share, reviews, comment comes much later, for at least for me, because there's a lot of manipulation in numbers which can be done with the like boosting and all those things. Lot of influencers in the past I have seen who have died because of the lack of quality of the information which is being provided over there. So important for any influencer or for this economy of influencers or a creators is that they should maintain a expertise in one particular zone from where brand could also collaborate with them. I see a lot of influencers who are being reviewing from television to mobile to the table fans also. So it does not put us into a right zone for our audience to get associated any particular brand, because brand is also carries a huge image. You can be an influencer, you can monetize your content based on the collaborations, but it's not a long run game like this. A table fan brand also, a table fan being reviewed by a same influencer being also reviewed for the other product over a period of time does not help. It might help the table fan brand, but it might not help the television or a mobile brand. So that's critical calls as a marketer has to look into it. There are a lot of things which put as a pressure onto it, is that there is a something is trending, something is just going too much into the communication these days. So that's where we have to judge whether this makes sense for a brand personality or not. Should we collaborate to a trend or not? So I hope I addressed to the point you were
Yes,
trying to.
definitely you did, and you also answered my next question, which was about what factors would the brand should be considering while selecting their influencers. Again, as you highlighted, that the if one influencer is covering all different kind of products and all different kinds of brands, doesn't put them in a right picture morally for other brands to collaborate, because somewhere somehow if they are recommending everything, they're recommending nothing. When do we decide that the alignment between a brand's values and a creator's content and the audience starts being significant? Because as you shared, numbers do not matter as much. The quality of content that is created does matter. So, at what point would you consider that, okay, this person has 100 million subscribers, but at the same time, we might not go forward with them? So, where do you decide?
So important is that how you see a influencer or a creator. Do you see them as a extended arm of your brand for a communication purpose, to create that aura or atmosphere for a brand, or not? If you are saying yes to this, then it's a long term investment. It cannot be only one collaboration, it cannot be only two collaboration. It has to be strategic for both sides to make it viable business point, from business point of view, viable for the creator also, for the brand also. So these are tough calls one has to take, where you have to invest, how much you have to invest, and what sort of an investment has to happen. uh, the point is how to get hold of this is basically ba- around three main quality which I mentioned earlier also. One is the expertise in the domain, whether the person has the expertise in the domain or not. Second is the entertainment level. Is the content being entertained enough, is being like a piece of entertainment for a consumer or not? Can a consumer, because it's very tough that anybody could consume a lot of lengthy videos or a 5 minute or anything. So it has to be entertaining. And the how original the entire concept is also very important, because these three factors will ultimately decide how much this content life or an influencer life will be there, and based later on the brand life for that particular investment will be there. So it becomes really important for us to look into that. And numbers are important, but they, if you look into short term with numbers, you might not achieve the bigger goals in the going forward ways. So that's where the criticality around three factors is very much important.
Thank you so much, sir. So, next question is around. I mean, obviously, coming from a purely marketing background, you would be able to explain us better that while you are deciding the budget allocations, whether to go for traditional marketing or for B2C ad films, etc., for your organization, or going the influencer marketing route, how do you allocate your budget? How do you decide that? What are the criterias that are most vital while you're considering if you would want to do more of influencer marketing, or would you want to do more of traditional or print media you know
Okay, very interesting question, and one of the tough question for the any marketers, because this is one of the toughest job for any marketer on day-to-day basis. How much, where, and then like to what extent to invest. The answer for this question lies into the consumer behavior pattern. How much and why? So I'll give you a simple example. It will sort out a lot of point how we have to take a decision around this. So once you decide to buy a television, you go to a store or you go to review this first. Normally, how the behavior pattern is, you decide, you discuss in your family, then you Google it, or you go to Amazon or Flipkart, review certain, okay, 43 inches, 50 inches, something like this. Your keywords will be used. Based on that, you'll get options. So that's your first consumption towards any product which you are trying to explore. Second thing is in television category, because it's a feel based product, where you want to hear the sound, where you want to see the visuals, you go to the store, you try to take a demo of a product. Then what you will do is, now you have decided XYZ brand, XYZ size, this is your budget. Your next step would be you will go and check the reviews. Now, once you see the reviews, you see the comments, you see the quality, you also ask your friends and family members, which is, in my opinion, is getting deteriorated day by day because reviews have taken a big leap, ratings and reviews. So then this is what the step happens. Then what will happen is you go to the store, you will say online price is much cheaper. Why you are selling at this price? So in this entire journey, can I ignore the digital part? I can't. Can I ignore the offline part? I can't. So the situation is being evolving that the consumer has a lot of access to the information and the convenience being added to it. The layer of convenience have changed the entire dynamics altogether. Nobody wants to go and experience a product without being going some knowledge about a product. You, while you go and buy a mobile or a television or anything, you have basic information around it because you already googled it. You already gone to Amazons of the world, Flipkarts of the world, everywhere. You have seen, read, you have made certain set of mind, certain set of criterias for a particular product. Okay, look, picture quality, sound quality, XYZ. So now the marketer part comes is how much to invest. So the part is we have to create an ecosystem where the product is being spoken around over a period of time. If we are not speaking around, if we don't get the right voices around the product, we can't be in the consideration set of a consumer because of the culture that everybody wants to go check the reviews, unboxing videos, and all those things. So it is must to have. Now that again, three important points: whether the collaboration should happen with them, and people who are dealing with the collaborators must be aware of the principle of the 1990. So that also plays a big role. That is how you deal, and that is how you use the micro influencers. That is how you go with the mid-size influencer. That is how you go with the big influencer. So the entire ecosystem comes into the place. In current scenario, investment ratio is more toward digital because as an economy, we are becoming, at least in metros and tier one, more digital savvy first. So our consumption is more toward digital on a daily basis.
And for that matter, even at remote towns, we see many people have access to their Facebook logins, if nothing on other, portals, and being very savvy with YouTube views and videos. So definitely in other smaller towns as well, we can see the internet penetration and the influencer community penetration as well, not just the metros. Okay, so another question is something that I'm very curious about. While as a coming from a big brand, so while you are looking to onboard influencers for your upcoming campaigns or your products, would you prefer the influencers who are aligned with some sort of influencing agency, or would you want it, would you be very comfortable with onboarding individual influencers on their own as well? What would be more comfortable to you, and why?
So again, like I mentioned, this is about how we build a relationship. We can't invest on all eggs. We have to identify which are the golden eggs for us. Like just an expression, please don't mind. We just have to invest on people who can be long term for us, who can give us better mileage for creating that entire ecosystem story, entire story around a brand or a product. So that's one. Uh, it is always better to have an agency involved for a mid and small size or a micro influencers because the scale of operation which is there. So practically, it is not feasible for us to deal with each and everyone. But yes, some product experts who have created that aura or their quality of the content is being treated like an expert. that we should maintain a one-to-one relation, because there have been cases where arm twisting happened. I know for a fact a lot of influencers, I won't quote the name, who have started giving negative reviews for a brands just for a sheer reason that the new product was not sent for a review to them. With every review, there is some cost which is being paid to them. So this sort of an practical arm twisting keep on happening in the real battleground of a marketer. So how to deal with it? That's where your relationship comes into the picture. A micro influencer doing a negative review won't matter to you too much. But somebody who is being treated like an expert, who has a particular domain knowledge, being communicating around that over a period of time and again, then all of a sudden you see particular brand is being targeted. Guys, can hi
Can we have
guys,
some
can we have a
attention over
little
here,
silence,
please?
please?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, Sorry.
Yes.
So maintaining a relationship is important, because what happens is that there is a lot of real life situation, because everybody, it has become a bread and butter for them. Every time they want to earn from a brand. So once you know what sort of an investment, that's where your interpersonal skills come into the picture to resolve such situations. So it's a mix and match.
Definitely. And with micro influencers, as you rightly pointed out, that the agencies involved would help in transparency and trust. So, coming on to our very last question, in what ways do you suggest a brand should handle situations where a creator's actions or content negatively impacts the brand reputation? Building on to the same idea that you have shared, that if some product is not shared with them, or whatever the reason may be, there are negative reviews coming for the brand that once was promoted. So how does the brands handle, or how should the brands handle?
See, there are two answers to it. One is which is meant for this room. One is which is meant for only for our team. So I won't tell you what is meant for our team. What is meant for this room is that try to have a word, try to give them again over a period of time, and try to maintain a relationship. But this is a very practical problem. It's not a problem that I have faced. It's a problem. It's a problem which every marketer has faced, because it is being like there's a huge money involved into it. So anytime you are being ignored, it also hampers your brand value as a creator. Also, this particular brand is not being reviewed by this guy. So what they will do is okay, I'll do a negative review. Okay, you are forced to do. You will be coming back and uh, doing this review. Uh, a lot of influencer, at least one influencer based out of Dubai, plays this tactics very well for mobiles. So this has happened couple of times. The way is that again you have to build on relationship. If this is getting too much, please avoid it. Not worth that sort of an investment to it, to one particular. Please avoid it. Move ahead. Creators are being normal people who are being made stars because of the fan base, because of the brand also plays a lot of value to it while creating these creators stars, because they give lot of monies, they give lot of products also to review, and all those things are part and parcel of this. So it's not the case that star cannot be created again. Star can be created again, and there are enough stars in the market. This can be possible, but before making that decision, please invest more time with that particular case where you are facing a problem and all those things.
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions from our audience? Anybody wants to ask anything? Nothing. Great. So thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Vipin Yadav, for sharing the insider details into branding and creator economy with us. Thank you so much.